Hey there, Dinks and Doinks, I am Ynsin, and welcome back to Stasis. Bone Totem! We just went down in a diving bell, we've just started chapter 2. I can't believe that this game is so short. Okay, so, no atmosphere present in docking bay L7, do not exit. Open the service hatch? Well, obviously, we want to exit, don't we? Oh, I thought we were about to die. We didn't die.
Welcome to the Mule. You are now in the lobby.
This is a city! What?
Hide and seek would be the best game choice here.
No bodies. No one at all.
And it looks sealed off.
Where did everyone go? Someplace further in?
My ears! Okay, floor. The wet floor whispers of a neglected environment. I can see that! What is this clown thing? His name is Cables. Parallel cabling runs from a ceiling mounted ports down into the air compressor, designed to transmit both power and data. Oh, I thought this thing was called Cables. My mistake. What else are we looking at? Discarded equipment? We've got some junk over here. Nice! What's this? A vent? Don't mind if I do. Air processor. I'm glad that's actually working because we should be at the bottom of the ocean at this point. Door control. The aluminium frame is grimy and scratched as if it has been yanked out of the wall in the past. However, the protective Duraglass panel has guarded the internal door mechanism.
I hope you all had a great rest and are ready to tackle the week ahead.
I did!
Remember, a curious mind gets results, so don't be afraid to ask questions and seek new opportunities.
Okay, who are you? Don't be afraid to ask questions. We're not going to answer them, though. Okay, we'll go into this vent right here. There's a broken ladder. I don't know if we can actually... Oh, actually, there is something up there that we may want to get to soon, so... Priority is...
Keep looking, Mose.
My Charlie.
We probably want to go ahead and fix that ladder, first and foremost, right? Well, obviously, we've got to use this. Oh no, the butthole is contracting! Is it going to squeeze a poo at us? Let's throw the straightened rod in there. Or here. No? How about the screwdriver? Or not? That does nothing. There's nothing else that we can use. I think we've probably hit a stalemate there. What else can we do? There's a couple of other things. There's a door control and a Juca-Cola machine. Let's go over here for the Juca-Cola machine. Wouldn't mind one of those.
This is not safe for children.
Someone wanted food bad.
That ain't food. That's a drink, dumbass. Hey, look, we found a saw blade. Nice. What else is there here? There's a little teddy bear here. I think this means we can hack the item using beer. Using teddy bear. Purging expired Juca paste. Oh, we have to click it. Error, KG 348, that is a heavy sack of paste. Hatch jam, call mule maintenance for assistance. Or, why don't we use this straightened rod? No, okay, I was thinking maybe we could wedge it in here and then just take it out. What about the screwdriver? No. What about the saw? No. Okie dokie. So we've also got this door control. Let's go ahead and use this.
On our plate. Your debt is vital to us, so let's ensure we're all working hard to meet our goals and deliver on our commitments.
What was your commitment? I wasn't here when that was established.
The glass is too thick for a bear. It needs a Mac.
Really? What if you hit it with the rod? Okay, we'll get Mac out here to smack something with a metal rod. I think that's probably going to be the best thing we can do, right? I want to go down the hole, but I can't move. Console? Maybe? Inert gas scrubber, counter diffusion, sat decompression. These are just suggested settings. I think we want to change these, right? We could rice our rig. Okay. That's a Linux thing that I learned off of a PewDiePie video because I don't use Linux. It scares me. There's also a vent over here. It seems like everything is just broken.
We have a lot on our plate. Your debt is vital to us, so let's ensure we're all working hard to meet our goals and deliver on our commitments.
Okay, wonderful. I don't know why he keeps saying that. It's the same dialogue line. Maybe it's pre-recorded. What if we try and saw this? Oh, yep, there's the answer. Okay, great. We've also got a blunt saw blade. You could just say piece of metal. It's that simple. Do I go? Oh my God!
No, I do not like dogs, Charlie Mac.
Just push past it, it won't bite you.
I do not like dogs, Charlie.
He's terrified, Mac.
This dog is bad.
It's a toy. It doesn't get scared, not really. And through there's the only way to get us out of here.
And if he's ripped to shreds, then we're done.
You care about that thing too much.
This dog must be very hungry.
Yeah, it's been locked down here this whole time. This looks like the Smile Dog, doesn't it? Let's just throw at the blunt saw blade. Wait, seriously? Well, that wasn't such a smart thing to do now, was it? Okay, we died and we got a Chivo for it. I can't believe that. Here's dog. I think that maybe straightened rod? Nope. What about screwdriver? Do we stab the dog to death? God, I hate that. John Wick could come after us. There's also a giant question mark in the corner here, but I'm better than that. There's not a hell of a lot in here, but they did say that doggo is hungry, right? So we actually probably need to solve the Juka-Cola machine next. Shut up! Oh my god! I am trying to play the game!
So
Piss off, asshat!
Working hard to
Shut
meet
it!
our goals and deliver
Shut
on
up! We're in here. We can use the blunt saw blade to wedge it open, maybe? That's exactly what we do. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm surprised that even worked, to be honest. All right, let's take the sack of Juka paste. Nice and disgusting. Do we use anything with it? No, I think we're supposed to just give this to Doggo, right? Hope was never allowed any because it was awful for her tummy. Thank you for the dialogue. Okay, this is a metal stick for reaching under chairs so that Charlie can retrieve toys. I feel like maybe the dumb bear is a little bit biased. Let's switch to Mum. She might have different dialogue for the items. A premium soda mix paste, though I could never get used to the fizz. Yum. Mac threw my previous screwdriver at a dolphin. I'm beginning to think that he has anger issues. Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? Straightened rod. My husband has apparently made it less pretzel-like. I think it was prettier when it was twisted up. Like your daughter in the ocean? Sorry, that was way too dark. Let's give everything to Mac. Straightened rod. Yeah, baby. Now it's a decent weapon that may come in handy. Screwdriver. The best screwdrivers have comfortable handles. Unfortunately, this is not one of them. I'm fixing to peg a dolphin clean in the noggin with this beauty. Why don't you like dolphins? They're smarter than humans. Maybe that's why he doesn't like them. I used to mix many of these to keep going through the late nights. Add a smidge of scotch and the energy kicks like a mule. We'll go back to beer and we'll try and feed Doggo with this disgusting nutrient paste. Take everything from Mac and we'll come over here. Go, go, go! This guy can eat my ass for all I care. Let's give this Juka paste to Doggo. Oh!
Bad dog.
Bad dog. That is a bad dog. Smart beer, bad dog. Okay, where are we? We're in the goddamn vents!
I do not like tight places, Charlie.
Sure like complaining, though, huh, Bear?
You're doing great, Mose.
Bad smells. Dead smells.
I didn't know robots could smell. Regulator valve. Let's touch this. Let's just fiddle with it. H49, XE -2. Okay, 0 to 1. Helium 50. I think that's nitrogen. Helium 49. Don't know what XE is. IGS, CD. ppm. That's not helpful. 54 ppm. Sack compression. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at, to be quite honest. There is a little nipple right here. It's a broken handle. It's not a nipple whatsoever. It was always a broken handle. We probably have to fix this broken handle then, right? It's a good shape for chewing. Oh my god. This bear should not be around children if he's trying to get them to teeth on a metal rod. There's a vent. The breeze is gently blown through the vent grill. It smells like stale, greasy hair and dust. Gross. Some mold over here. Small puffs of smoke occasionally discharge from the finger-like mold growth, projecting a robust, sickly scent. The minute contractions simulating an unsettling impersonation of respiration. Okay, well this is probably where we want to be, right? Oops. Oh my god. So many things. I know we can interact with this vent. There's a bunch of stuff around here, actually. Let's go check out this vent. Let's see everything in order of what it's supposed to be interacted with. Okay, what's this? This is obviously where somebody died, given the broken screen. Anything we can interact with? No, not really. Rod? No. Screwdriver? No. What about this handle? No. We're done in the vent, it seems. Let's get out of here, and we'll continue on to the mold section. What's down here? That is dog. Dog is down there. The dog's matted coat adheres to its body like a cream fur rug. Its ribs protrude like xylophone, ready to play a heartbreaking melody. It's a weird simile. Okay, regulator valve. Is this got a fixed handle, maybe? There's organic tendrils here. The thick, sticky veins of organic matter have grown along the ducts. A sordid emulation of the cabling worming between various ports and junctions. A cloying scent accompanies the growth, carried on a swirling, ghostly fume. Who came up with the adjectives in this game? It's actually insane. Blooming body. The post-human form bursts outwards in fungal bloom. A cavalcade of floral growths vomits from a rigid rib cage cradling a delicate spine. Bizarre vegetation eagerly extends along the surrounding floor, a morbid garden filled by a necrotic substance. Again, who came up with the adjectives in this game? It's insane. There's two things we can interact with here. There's also an iris vent over here. Don't know what that is. Let's Interact with these organic tendrils. No, PDA. There's PDA up here. This is Bruno Correa. She is an engineer, or he is an engineer. Probably he, given Bruno. Mission successful. I managed to smuggle Missy into my quarters. I'm glad I forked out a few extra ration packs for a handbag breed. I figure I can walk her at nights between shifts and stuff her down my overalls if anybody gets close. I imagine this is about the dock. Construction has commenced on the exterior framework of a new side entrance. Fibercrete fabrication will take about 2 months with the pre-built sections we have to work with. After the shell has been constructed, we can begin connecting the umbilical and draining seawater from the structure. Personal log. Missy has outgrown her carry case. She is most definitely not a toy Pomeranian. No, she is not. Ever since we cut into the structure, I've been having bizarre dreams and waking up in a cold sweat with my eyes wide open. In the most recent vision, I'm lying paralyzed on a stone slab. I hear a growl and grunt to my left, and then I see a naked, crying child to my right. Suddenly, my legs start burning, and I feel pressure on my prostate. Then I start to realize they're cutting me open from anus to chest. I look up and scream, but no sound comes out. Their cold eyes stare into my soul. Prefabrication took slightly longer than expected due to unidentified electrical interference, but we've finished assembling the outer shell. The crew has dubbed it the blister. By my estimation, we will begin draining the blister, so to speak, in early January. Note, several inspection drones went missing. They are not showing up on the lab roster. Good to know. Personal log. Review. Zombie Shark. One of Brian Henderson's lesser-known monster movies. A shark is brought back from the dead by waste runoff and wreaks havoc on a small seaside town. The practical effects aren't convincing, but they are fun. I've seen a shark with half its face missing, and Henderson took some creative liberties. Missy and I give it a 7 out of 10. That was a scathing review, and yet he said it was good. Construction report. The scrubbers have been bugging some of the welding units. I recommend they be deactivated until construction is complete. Furthermore, I would like to report that Robert Follis has commandeered some company equipment, including UAVs and sample collectors for personal use. Hijacked drones have repeatedly buzzed our construction site at dangerous speeds. Great. I don't understand why, but that's fine. CC, Bruno Carrera. All contacts. So this is from the Mule Supervisory Board, which we haven't found yet. Mr. Bruno Correa suffered a minor injury today when a series of pipes burst on the blister. The violent pressure change in his suit resulted in a dual pneumothorax. The damage to his lungs is irreparable. A complete minor injury. He lost his lungs. A complete transplant has been scheduled and billed to his company account. Oh, that's rough. Mandatory indentured debt obligation has been extended to 15 years until the principal has been repaid. There's no such thing as insurance in this place? That's insane. Further investigation will be necessary, but the company has been indemnified as per Article 1287 of Mr. Correa's employment contract. We wish him a full recovery and a prompt return to his post for the next 15 years of free labor. That sucks so bad. I feel horrible. Missy was alone for 3 days until Milford rescued her. It's been 2 months since the accident and I still can't sleep. Whenever I visit the dig site, I get the feeling I'm being watched. It's mostly quiet, but some nights I can hear something moving deeper in the temple. I've talked to Dr. Shaw about it, and she says I'm suffering from trauma-induced hallucinations. Doctors never listen. I had strange dreams before the accident. At least I'm not alone down there. Sometimes Missy lets out a blood-curdling yelp, reminding me of Cujo with her raised hackles. Does she also sense the stirring below? Review. Insides Out 2. I only made it through a few minutes. The scene with the critter moving in the protagonist's belly really got to me. Unrealistic and gross, done exclusively for shock value. I feel like this might be a rip on The Mummy, possibly. The last of the Omega equipment has been transported into the temple. My contract is almost up. What? He's done it for 15 years? After that, Missy and I will head to the surface for some much needed R&R, then we can begin chipping away at my debt for the next 15 years. Another personal log. Lake isn't returning my calls, and neither is Lester. This is the second poker game they've missed. Come to think of it, Lake has a bounce in his step. I bet he's banging somebody in the lab. Me? I'm a one-lady man, and that lady has 4 legs. Ooh! Ooh, you're gonna wind up on Turkey Tom's channel. I yearn to have the waking dream again. It took some convincing, but Dr. Shaw finally prescribed me a Fat Man. You're supposed to take the drug orally. Sorry, I thought of Fallout when I saw Fat Man, but I've heard it can produce realistic hallucinations when taken as a suppository. So that's the road my Fat Man will take. He's sticking it up his bum. He's buffing his Fat Man. Bingo! It worked. Time slowed. A rhythmic beat took my body to a new plane of existence as I was pulled from my mortal coil. I was on a granite of slab again, but this time I spoke. I could understand the words of the song, and it was beautiful. Something crawled under my skin, into my heart, and behind my eyes. The church bells chimed, and Jesus rose from the quivering mass of flesh. I was not scared, and it all felt so real. Personal log. We headed straight for the ventilation shaft when the screaming started. And who should we find but Basagand? He was releasing some kind of vaporized agent into the ventilation system while cackling like a deranged demon. That's probably a fart. Let's be real. He came at me with his fists balled up and beat me unconscious with the canister he was carrying. That was the last mistake he ever made. When I came to, I saw that Missy had torn his throat out of his neck. I must have inhaled a massive dose of whatever poison he was trying to circulate around the mule because I passed out again. When I woke up a few days later, my loyal pooch had eaten what was left of Tidges. How the hell would you say that? How do you say JS?
Tidges.
I never learned that in school. Personal log. We're surviving on salvaged jucca paste. We've had enough for a few months, or at least until the air purifiers give up or reset. I have no idea what the correct settings are, and Basagan damaged the equipment. I'm sure the rescue team is close. Personal log. I feel wrong. All I hear is a rhythmic beat, and it's driving me crazy. Are the children singing again? Their voices echo against the walls of my cranium. We are reaching for heaven. We must ascend. Missy is at my side. Her friendship is all that matters. Given that this guy has a strong connection to Doggo, I feel pretty confident in saying that Bruno here is probably this blooming body. So we'll come take a look at this blooming body next.
Hello.
This is probably...
I am Moses.
What in hell?
Is that human?
Hello.
The fucking heart is still beating, Charlie.
Language, Mac.
Those look like flowers? Some sort of vegetative growth?
Flowers. They float too.
Spores. There's spores coming off that thing. Moses, get away from it.
My Mac.
No, I will not be getting away from it. In fact, I'm going to play with it a little bit. Let's put this rod inside of them. No. Let's screw them. No, does nothing. Let's put this broken handle in his belly. Nothing. Okay. I tried. I did my best, and we couldn't figure out what to do. There's also an atmosphere computer right here.
The central atmospheric monitoring system requires recalibration.
I can read. Thanks, Bear.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could read. There's nothing to grab here. But I feel like this is the thing that we're supposed to fiddle with in the beginning of the vents, right? Can we go this way, maybe? What? I just found a collectible VHS? Huh? Explain thyself. Let's try and repair the ventilation systems, because that's probably the obvious thing to do next, right? H should be 49, helium should be 50, O should be 1. So 1 on oxygen, helium should be 50, and we already have the first H on 49. Wonderful. Okay, we'll come all the way around here, and this is where we need to go. Regulators. Regulators! Okay, hydrogen is at 49%. Helium should be at 50, I think. 1, 2, 3. I wonder if this is going to change our voice. Probably not, though. Oxygen is supposed to be at a nice, reasonable 1. Great. How's that? That's very nitrogen-based as well. Okay, awesome. So if we come back through here, maybe the atmosphere computer has actually changed, and it's done nothing. I feel like we might have put too much helium in the system. What if we just have to swap around the H and the HE? What if the HE is supposed to be 49%? I feel like maybe the HE is supposed to be at 49%. Okay, that's way better. Let's go. Oh no, it's happening again. Is there a button we have to press? No. And hydrogen, +1. Is this right? It's either this or it's the other way round. Did this do anything? We just don't know. Okay, let's interact with this atmosphere computer right here. Nothing. It still needs recalibration. I feel like maybe we've had a bit of a roadblock with what we can do with Smart Bear, because we've interacted with everything and he doesn't have any special. So it's probably going to be worth our time to maybe try and break everything with Mac. And if that doesn't work, we'll try and combine a couple of things as well. So we'll take everything from here. We've already tried to break the screwdriver. I don't know if it's because it's a different chapter. It might actually give us something different. What if we break this rod? Nope, does nothing. What about this broken handle right here? Do we break this? No, we do not. We don't do that whatsoever. We'll try and combine a couple of things then. Maybe again, because it's a different chapter, this will be completely different. Where are the things? Here they are. Screwdriver just probably doesn't make a lot of sense to mix again with the rod. What about the broken handle? No, nothing. What about the straightened rod and this?
And we have a working handle.
That's a plus.
How the hell did you do this? What? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know how she crafted that.
No. He's got a point.
I mean, regardless, we've kind of got it. Oh, right. So this actually looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Inert gas scrubber, counter diffusion, sat decompression. We go back to beer. What were these settings for? The ones way back at the start here. Because possibly we can do something with this. Regulator valve? Ah, inert gas scrubber. Okay, so if we go back to Mum, who should be on the computer, we need to take a look at what the inert gas scrubber needs. 20% suggested settings. I have no idea what the hell that could possibly mean. Oh, I see. Ah, so we can actually change everything here. We did also get this fixed handle. Do we stick it in here? Yes, we do. Inert gas scrubber was supposed to be at what, 20, right? We can definitely do that. We'll take a look at this console. Okay, 20% and 20%, 54, 26. Let's go back to beer. 20, 54, 26. 20, 54, 26. 20, good. 54, that's exactly it. And 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the H is supposed to be 49. We were a little bit off on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Wonderful. And the helium should be +1 as well. And there's also another 2 settings as well. There's, I think it's nitrogen and also XE, which I have never seen before in my life. How do we get to this iris vent? Oh, there's a secret vent. Gotcha. What do we do here? We probably have to enable life support, right? We'll take a look at the ping. Nothing. So we can't do anything with this just yet. Wait, that's not what I left it at. I'm certain of it. I didn't actually leave it at 49%, did I? Oh, I've also just realized that this is probably actually the air filtration system. So hydrogen, oxygen, 1% oxygen. Hilariously, we don't actually need a lot of oxygen to survive. We actually need to inhale more nitrogen than oxygen. Okay, is the computer on now? Was all of that because of a misclick? Oh, it damn it was!
Central atmospheric monitoring system has been calibrated. Attention.
Oh my god! We have to punch something into this, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay. Where have we seen a 3x3 grid before? Oh my god, we just saw it as well. The vent! It was in the vent! Okay, we gotta go back to the other area where that dickhead keeps telling us that we need to work better so that he can, I don't know, go home with a Ferrari or some crap like that. We're gonna go out of this vent and then we're going to try and re-enter it because I'm pretty sure that when we try and enter this vent, yes! 3x3 grid, baby. Nice. Okay, so it looks like 186, doesn't it? Do we just have to click? We'll figure it out when we get there. 186, we can punch that in. We will punch in this code, 186, in the next episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. All over the screen, you're gonna see a big spam of things that I think you'll also enjoy. Go ahead and watch them. It's the best way to support me. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to subscribe to my channel. And of course, I will be seeing you in the next video that I make. Also, if you have any requests for games or anything like that, quick games, half an hour long, more likely to be done than big long play games, drop them in the comments. I'm writing them down and I'm collecting them. So thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, it's gonna be lights out for me. Bye-bye!